Welcome back to Queers Free Action. I'm Tara Wright. I'm your game master. We made it back from an excellent and emotional episode. And we're here again. Say hi, everyone.
Hi,
everyone. Great. As a reminder, once again, I do want to make you all aware of our Discord, where you can come and hang out with us, talk to us. You can even see when we're recording. We do our recording through Discord. We have a locked channel, and you can even see when we're in there recording. But for now, Gray is here, CJ's here, Georgeanna's here, and Bates is here, and we just had a mighty emotional episode where JJ and Sasha were interviewed by some officers of the local constabulary about the mugging that they broke up, and Sym had a nice old time with a gnome and his coworker, and Rose, through quick thinking and medical knowledge and just a really caring heart, worked her way into a position at Madame Red's and made a very good new friend along the way. So the rest of the night progresses relatively uneventfully. You guys, do your jobs. At least JJ and Sasha go about business at the club as normal, checking in on the dog every once in a while. Seems to be doing okay. At one point, you actually go downstairs and you see that that Thea is kind of like ignoring the dog, and the dog has like backed himself into a corner and is growling, but like it doesn't seem aggressive or anything. Just seems like he's overstimulated and needs a moment. And so Thea's just kind of giving him space, but they say, yeah, everything's going okay. Everything's fine with him. He's been a sweetheart most of the time. He's a little overstimulated right now, but he'll be okay. So yeah. Meanwhile, Rose and Sym, do you do anything other than just stay at Callum's side throughout the evening?
That's probably it. We probably chat and stuff.
Yeah.
And try to keep things calm. But...
Yeah.
Keep them calm. Keep them light.
Mm-hmm. You have a nice long conversation.
Start talking baby names.
Yeah.
Aww.
The hours roll by. The conversation flows.
Does the doctor
and of
ever
course,
show up?
I absolutely have to grill Callum about, okay, Mage Hand Mike, give me the deets. I've been wondering about what's under those robes for ages now.
Okay. And Georgeanna heard you as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's, let's say he's magical.
Somewhere in the distance.
They say?
Large spell. Got it.
JJ says what?
Somewhere in the distance, JJ's ears twitch a little bit.
Callum says, listen, between you and me, Sym, between you and me, have you seen his act? Have you seen what he does on stage with Mage Hand?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's twice as good.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Bitch, and you haven't shared...
Listen! There's been a lot going on.
Obviously.
Clearly. After an hour or so, Dr. Pinkberry shows up. She's a gnome with pink pigtails, and God, all of my gnomes are just WoW characters. Fuck. Sorry, I have...
You've got a type.
I have no context for gnomes other than World of Warcraft, so they're all communist artificers with colorful hair. So yeah, the doctor shows up and pretty much Rose, you took care of pretty much everything. You got Callum stabilized and comfortable and all those things. So there isn't much for her to do. I don't know how much like formal medical training Rose has. Like, would you know terms like preeclampsia or anything like that?
Yeah, let's go with that one. I would know.
Okay. Well, then, Dr. Pinkberry probably like just confirms your diagnosis of preeclampsia, and confirms what you already recommended, which, you know, like watch out for things that can raise the blood pressure, that kind of thing. But just, you know, take it easy, rest. Don't shove your baby into a pocket dimension, that sort of thing.
Can we get that on a t-shirt?
I would imagine so, yes. Don't shove your baby into a pocket dimension is going to be our first t-shirt.
Oh boy.
Someone make it happen. Get in the Discord that I've been plugging and make it happen. Anyway.
PSA posters, you know.
Yep. Drink lots of water. Try to avoid stress. Don't shove your baby into a pocket dimension.
Check.
Yeah.
So yeah, the evening progresses, and you know, eventually, like, you know, it gets...
Is Red with us, or
she spends some time with you guys. She spends some time out on the floor. You know, she doesn't take clients except for every once in a great while. And clearly she's not taking any clients tonight unless she like uses someone else's bed, which she wouldn't do. But you know, she gives you guys your privacy, but she checks in, and you know.
Yeah, at some point I obviously would check with her, see if there's anything that I need to see about rescheduling, etc.
She says, "No, this was just a floor night for you, so you're good. You know, if you want to go back out there, you can go back out there, but I think you're doing better in here."
I kind of give her a very flat look when she says that, like, seriously?
I know. A few other details she does mention that sort of like, Callum doesn't need to worry about it, take all the time he needs. You know, that everyone else, like the house will kind of pull together to support him with whatever he needs while he's not working. But yeah, if there are any other scenes that you guys want to do before close of business tonight, go ahead and, you know, call for whatever scene you want. Otherwise, we'll move ahead.
At some point in time, Sym will actually probably take Rose aside.
Go for it.
And, you know, hey, I really want to thank you for being here and taking such good care of him tonight.
Oh, I mean, any cleric would have probably done the same.
I understand
I'm glad
that.
I was able to be here to help.
I am so glad you were here, and I'm even doubly glad it was you. Not every cleric has the empathy that you've got. You know how some clerics are like, yeah, okay, bet you're done. See you later.
Yeah.
I honestly think this would have been a much worse experience for him if it had been anybody else. So thank you. You have no idea how much that man means to me.
I'm starting to get a pretty good idea right now.
Oh.
Oh, also, I'm your coworker now.
Red gave you the job?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I told you it was going to work out.
You did. You did. I should have never doubted you.
Of course not. Sym blows on his nails, polishes them on his non-existent shirt.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a moment to visualize that. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you visualize it with Sym, not this.
No, sorry, I was visualizing it with that, and it was still working for me.
You mean Sym doesn't look like you?
No. There's a reason this is a podcast and not a video blog, okay?
God, I love me some audio formats.
Okay. Is there anything else? Or go ahead.
Are we still gonna all meet up at the bar? Okay, so I mean, like, if we got Callum in his own room and asleep.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, after things sort of die down and, like, the last clients go upstairs to, have their service, the Madam Red comes in and says, okay, now, like, if it's a good time for you, now is a great time to get you up to your room, Callum. And he looks up and says, yeah, I think I can manage that. And he's feeling a lot better right now, so, like, he swings his legs out of bed and stands up, and sort of tests his feet for a moment, and then, okay, yeah, I'm good. And you guys just sort of walk behind him, but he makes it upstairs into his room.
Do you want me to walk in front of you as we go, buddy? Or are you ready to just let it all out there?
Sure. I'll tell everyone tomorrow at breakfast.
All right, so Sym will walk in front of him and kind of shield him from view for most people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys get him up to his room, and eventually, like, the clubs close down like 2:30. The small hours opens up at 3. JJ, you cut out a little bit early so you can get over there, a little while early and set up, unless there's anything you were doing before.
No, I'm pretty grateful that Elias lets me cut out early.
Cool. So
Coolest boss ever.
Yeah, so you get over to the small hours. You help, like, put the fires on in the ovens under the stoves or under the burners. You help set up, clear away a few things that the day shift left undone, because of course they did.
Who closed last night? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does Jesus exist in this world?
I think there's an expression of exasperation that no one really knows, like, the origin of.
Jesus.
But yeah, once the small hours opens, is everyone going over?
I'll look at Rose and be like, I don't know about you, but I need a drink.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
Did I,
Well, now that you're part of the industry, I can introduce you to the industry bar.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, I will, I heard you were about to ask a question, but while you do that, I'm going to direct everyone's attention to Roll 20, and I'm going to move you over to the small hours.
Yay.
So what were you going to ask?
Oh, I was going to ask, did I find out what Sasha was doing before I left?
Oh, I figured Sasha was probably going to go hang out because you probably slip him free drinks here and there, like.
Oh yeah. You sit close to the door, the little waiter door.
You know.
And it does you favors.
Mm-hmm. But I figure, like, probably most of Sasha's friends go there because Sasha, like, does the whole security gig at Madame Red's and dances. So that's probably where all of Sasha's friends outside of JJ probably are.
Yeah, this is totally, like, social time. Yeah. So yeah, you go over there. I assume you bring the dog with you unless you send him home with Thea, but.
Oh yeah. Who is my boss?
Let me describe the small hours to you real quick.
Wait, who's my boss's name?
I'm gonna get there.
Just making sure.
Okay. So the small hours is, like Sym said, it's the industry bar. It's got this kind of weird setup where you walk in the front door and there's, like, the bar is right in front of you, but at an angle, and then it sort of runs along the edge of the room. It's like a long room. It's not particularly wide, just very long. There's like seating tables and a little performance space in the corner. In the back of the seating area, there's like a raised platform on a couple of steps. And there's a couple of dining tables back there with, like, a little screen for privacy. And usually behind the bar, you can either find JJ or you can find Ankuna, the owner, who is a large, like 7-foot tall, gray-skinned, like red lines that look like tattoos, but they're not tattoos. They're just part of his skin, like across his face and down his arms and that sort of thing. And
How do you spell his name?
Enkuna. And he's definitely
Hakuna Matata.
Yep. And Kuna has like this dark sort of like chin strap beard kind of thing, and is always just like wearing a brown smock over whatever clothing he's wearing, which is usually like just cut off shorts and sandals and like a dirty t-shirt.
Yes, he sounds like a beach bum.
Warforged?
No, he's a Goliath.
Okay.
He's a Goliath.
Okay.
He's more like the middle-aged, like, you know, I'm responsible but casual. Like he's got the apron on over everything, but he's like super casual kind of thing, at least in his style of dress. But yeah. So yeah, you guys are in the small hours. What's going on?
JJ!
Hey, everybody! How was work?
Somebody sounds like they're having fun already.
You know, I missed some money out earlier today. We had these, like, you know, the issue with the dog and the robbers.
Yeah?
We had some, like, detective guys come by. And
Detective guys?
they like came and questioned us about it. By the way, we didn't tell them that we kept the dog. Oh, we've still got the dog.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, unless you would have stashed the dog in like the basement or something, you
I would
actually
have asked Akuna if we had like a little place where I could, you know, keep this dog safe.
he says, you know, do whatever you think is best, but don't get him in anyone's food, and like keep an eye on him. So you probably have the dog behind the bar with you, and the dog like barks and like jumps up, like front paws on the bar when he smells Sym and Rose coming in.
Hey, buddy!
Puppy.
Did we ever figure out a name?
You didn't.
Much petting ensues.
Mhm.
Have we
named him
figured out
Pizza.
a gender? Or at least a
At
biological
this
sex, because the dog can't tell us.
at this point, you can see it's a he, at least as far as you know. And the dog is like kind of nervous, like he's not paused on the bar panting like I'm so happy to see you. He's paused on the bar like, what the fuck is going on? That's a familiar smell. What's going on? So like much petting ensues, but it takes you like, you know, you give him the hand, you say, "Hey, bud." He sniffs, and then petting.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Are they taking good care of you?
Would we happen to know if our apartment complex is cool with dogs?
They probably are.
Like, do our neighbors have dogs?
There's like a couple small dogs around the neighborhood. Mrs. What's her name? Hang on.
Apple pie.
Mrs. Potts. Mrs. Potts actually has like a little, like a very, very small dog that, you know, yep, that kind of dog.
Is it like a
football.
teacup poodle?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Rose, unless your place can take him. It was Rose, right? I know we didn't get to
Yes.
very long.
It is Rose.
Oh,
and
I am silly me. Sasha, where are you?
I think
Where
Sasha's-
is Sasha?
Yeah.
Where is Sasha?
Sasha is at the bar, or at least joining, because Sasha was, yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm probably at the bar hanging out.
for the dog, what do you guys think about Narvi for a name?
Narvi?
Narvi?
It means nervous in another language.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I like look over to this poor dog shaking like a leaf.
What do you think,
He's-
Narvi?
He's
Do
a
you
little
like
calmer.
Yeah. Oh, what a sweetie. Yeah, I don't think he can live at the house, right, Bates?
Um,
Are you staying at the house now?
I am.
yeah, by the way, let me introduce you formally to Rose, my newest coworker.
And JJ immediately goes and pours a shot.
And Kuna was like coming out of the kitchen with like some plates, and and he overhears this and he says, "Oh, welcome, JJ, drinks for her on the house tonight."
Aw.
Absolutely.
Told you were gonna like this place.
You have been correct on everything so far, Sym, so.
Told you. Just
Of course, Sasha says hi, welcome, gives hugs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
I
are
imagine Sasha's drink is already ready for him when he walks in.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's not lie here.
So
Yeah.
there are about like 10 other people in the bar. They're mostly other like red light district workers. You know, there's actually I guess there's probably like 10 to 15 people. But yeah, they're mostly like you know, sex workers of one variety or another. There's a couple musicians who have finished their night work. There's actually a couple of them up in the performance space, just sort of jamming with each other with lutes and lyres and other such fancy instruments that I don't know what they are, but I know these words.
a harpsichord.
Oh, I just realized a thing.
Huh?
Did you, JJ and Sasha?
Yes.
Did you tell the cops about the note that you found in the robber's pocket with the intersection on it?
Oh shit. You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
go with no because I forgot it existed.
Yeah,
Mm.
me and Grayson forgot about it, so JJ absolutely forgot about it.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you guys just forgot
Oh.
about it. Cool.
I was too busy thinking that Elias was gonna say something about the dog.
Who called the watch? How did they even find out?
I mean, we told our boss that it was gonna
Yeah.
happen. Like, we were
Oh,
late to
man.
work. What did you tell your boss?
Who we told our boss it happened to.
But I mean, she was all, okay, no big deal. And obviously, since they didn't come to interview us, that it wasn't red.
Is it possible that because the guys were still, alive, that they just woke up and recognized you two? Like maybe they've been to bodies before?
Well, I mean,
Because I
I
mean,
don't
if someone sees you once, they're gonna remember you. You're both pretty outstanding.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
And that Rose. You do
Yes.
not need to inflate their egos any higher than they already are.
Sasha just lifts out his fan and just like flutters at himself like, "Why, thank you."
Oh,
He's
now
still
you
wearing
did
his
it.
mile high like platform like boots.
that made you trip and fall off a 10-foot railing.
I'm cool, remember?
Wait. There was falling off of a railing.
This is why you listen to the episodes.
You know
What episode?
No, this was in character.
Oh.
You know,
This was Sym asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sym, I tried to look cool, and sometimes that just doesn't work out for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. I tried to flip off the second floor of Madame Red's, which is probably a dumb idea in hindsight,
bodies.
but bodies, yes.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
wait a minute.
It would have been a wild night at Red's.
Yeah, really wild night Reds. But no,
I was gonna say, if you broke any of those railings, Ma's gonna be pissed.
Oh no. But no, I decided to be, fancy and just flip off of the second level of bodies, and my heel caught. This is what I get for trying to do it in these, but honestly, in them I'm about as tall as the damn railing anyway, so maybe in hindsight it wasn't the greatest plan.
Wait, is it weird that Elias didn't react?
That is kind of weird.
Huh.
Well, I mean,
Oh well.
Elias did seem a little. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, to me, you're right. You're right. Now that you point it out.
Yeah, you
Because
did.
I mean,
kinda-
Red was like really concerned, and all.
Mhm.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't happen around here.
Yeah, he
Right.
like, gave us a free drink and we forgave it.
Yeah.
Frankly, I just wanted to get up there.
Yeah, I was ready to make money, so he didn't really notice. But he seemed pretty engrossed in that customer though, so that could have just been it. I mean, he did make sure like we were okay.
Customer.
Oh yeah, these people.
Yeah.
And Sym's internal radar is sitting here going ping, 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 ping. You remember what about this customer? You remember anything decent?
I just remember that he was flirting with them. That's really all I could gather.
Anybody you ever seen before? Or?
I don't think so.
Both of you
Just
do a
was a
thing that
random
I remember
person.
seeing anybody.
Yeah. But I don't think we actually got a description of the person in the first place.
No, it was just, you've seen him around once or twice. There wasn't anything too remarkable about him. It was just
Yeah.
just kind of a guy
Yeah, but
at the bar that Elias was talking to when you walked in.
yeah, but really quick, now this may be out of character because
Sure.
I think this may have happened when JJ was talking to him, but didn't his like eyebrows like rise up into his hairline at least as JJ was sharing the story?
Oh yeah, I used that description to describe his eyeshadow. But
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
okay. I wasn't sure if it meant anything or...
if you want a reaction or a recap of the reaction, he was concerned. Like when both of you told him, he made sure you guys were okay. He said, "Wow, I'm so sorry that that sort of thing doesn't happen around here," and he gave you your drinks.
Yeah, unless you were talking about the concern, like how he didn't show any concern for me flipping off the railing. However,
Yeah, I was making a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Feel free to like just edit out that like 5 wasted minutes.
No,
like...
you're good. You're good.
So good.
No,
yeah,
no.
I mean,
Now that's
Sym was going down that alley too. So
Yeah, I'm one of those people when I roleplay that I'll like find a piece of it and go a clue. So
yeah. So keep running with it, because like now that happened. Now that happened, so keep running with it.
JJ cleaning the bar the entire time, just aware that he made a joke and completely unaware that you guys aren't joking.
So yeah, Elias totally didn't like notice that you busted your ass on the way down.
Honestly, he's probably used to that from Sasha.
history has told us that Sasha has a problem with pieces of wood under his feet.
Shut the French door.
I think we have classes if you have trouble with wood in your feet, because that's a specialty that we offer at Madame Red's.
That's like Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if I told you, Rose, but I do security there. I'm well informed.
Good.
Oh boy.
So God
good.
help
I
you,
look-
I'll be keeping you safe.
Excellent.
We're doomed.
What?
Hey, it was only that one time.
Did you not see the hand cannon?
You'd be surprised what people can conceal in their pants.
I have been surprised many a time when the pants were removed at what was under there.
So
We broke Sym.
so at this point, Enkuna kind of Enkuna steps up to the bar next to JJ, and like it has clearly overheard some of that and is kind of laughing, but then like his face sort of straightens out and he looks around the entire restaurant, and he sort of knocks on the bar, like he knocks on the bar with his knuckles, but it's really loud. It's louder than you would think, based on just like how hard it looks like he's knocking. But he gets everyone's attention and he says, Okay, for whoever's doing the meeting, downstairs, it's, might as well do it now before people start to leave. And you see most, like, the musicians kind of stay in the corner, a couple other people stay at their tables, but a good, like, 10 people or so, get up and start moving toward the bar.
Ooh.
And JJ, JJ, I will tell you, you know this. Actually, everyone but Rose knows this. There is a meeting every week of, sort of like sex industry workers in the basement here at Bodies, and that's what's going on.
Although, aren't we in the small hours?
I'm sorry, the small hours.
It's not just
Yeah.
me.
Yep, it happens.
Does JJ also go to these, or is he like have to stay and man the bar for the remaining people? Usually.
And Kuna actually kind of pulls you aside and says, "Hey, do you wanna go, or do you wanna stay up here this time?"
I think JJ's gonna look at him and say, "Hey, the mugging that happened, that really was weird, right?"
There's a mugging?
Yeah, I mean, I know you overheard us a little bit.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
we were attacked on our way to work.
Huh. Yeah, no, that is weird. Did you tell anyone about it? Did you tell Red, or?
Well, I mean, Red's people told Red, and we went and talked to Elias.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I don't know, you know things.
Maybe
it is better if I go for this one.
Maybe. I would be, and I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you this to warn you about this meeting, but I'm telling you this to warn you in general, because you're sweet. You're so lovely. Careful. Talk to Elias, sure, but careful who else you talk to about this sort of thing. If anyone comes in like asking questions, that sort of thing, anyone you don't recognize.
But
Does
Elias
Sym
is okay,
overhear
right?
any of this?
Sure, Sym can overhear.
Like maybe a couple of detectives that would come in and start questioning someone?
What do you mean, detectives? And what was the question you asked? I'm sorry, you cut out.
I asked, but Elias is okay, right?
Yeah, he's good.
So Elias knew somebody?
Well, what do you mean, detectives? He looks over at Sym.
Well, apparently JJ and Sasha got questioned by a couple of members of the City Watch about it.
What'd they look like? They give you names, or?
Yes, one was Lucas and the other was...
Lucas and Elatar?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Lucas
Like
and
a
Elatar.
human and a really hunky dragonborn.
Those aren't cops. Don't talk to them.
Oh.
Yeah. They help keep the neighborhood safe. Probably shouldn't tell you too much. It's kind of a necessary evil, but I would avoid them in the future.
Mean, we saved the dog.
Yeah, I know. And he's so cute. What'd you say his name was?
Navi.
Navi?
Yes.
Narvi.
Narvi, you're right.
Narvi.
Narvi. And the
N-A-R-V-I.
A is supposed to have 2 dots over it.
Sure.
It's Estonian, by the way. Estonian
Cool.
is my go-to for figuring out names.
Cool.
Yeah.
Narvi. Awesome. So yeah, anything else, or do you guys go down to the meeting, or?
He said the phrase "necessary evil," right?
Yes, he did.
Can I do a quick insight on my sweet boss man here?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Is JJ being typically insightful?
What'd you say? 4?
14?
14.
4 would be literally impossible for me. So at least
when he figured out who it was that you talked to, you saw his eyebrows go up a little bit in surprise, and it seems like he's just kind of concerned, but he's not like nervous or keyed up or anything. He's just he's a little bit surprised by the information and a little concerned, but just kind of he just kind of warns you and lets it go.
I did tell Akuna everything.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, including everything about like what I told the cops.
Okay.
So he knows what I left out.
Okay. He says,
as an aside,
Mhm.
that I'm sorry, but you realize that after every time that we're in the bar and Akuna is around, I am going to have to watch The Lion King.
Of course.
It's problem-free.
Philosophy.
And Kuna, patron layer, Tenku, that's Nasitha. That's it. Tenku Nasitha.
Oh, that's my last name.
Goliaths have 3 names. Did you know that? In fact, he absolutely introduced himself not as Enkuna, but as Enkuna patron layer Tenku Nasitha. God, I should practice these names after I write them. Anyway, back to the scene. So that's what you got on your insight check.
So, and Akuna was starting to say something when I interrupted. Sorry.
And I don't remember what it was.
I got a 14.
But he doesn't. He seems to be on the level about everything. He's just, you don't get the sense he's lying or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I think JJ's still gonna go to this meeting in particular because if this is happening to other people.
Before we move on, Sym, I'd actually like an insight check from you on Akuna as well.
Sure.
On Enkuna, sorry. Now that you've pointed out that it sounds like Hakuna Matata, I'm gonna have to stop myself from saying it every time.
I'll Enkuna those status.
17.
17, okay. So you kind of know what he means when he says, when he says, like, watch out for those guys. You know that the red light district has a bit of an underbelly, and these guys are part of it, for sure. And as you're all going down to the meeting, JJ and Sasha, Enkuna says to you, like, look, those guys, if they come talk to you again, don't be disrespectful towards them. Show them all the respect you can, but just be careful what you tell them. That kind of thing.
And when I make the comment, yeah, Elias seemed a little nervous around them earlier.
Yeah, he's not a big fan. But that's how it goes.
So I'm gonna roll my insight.
Mhm.
Can I roll my insight?
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
I
rolled a 1.
Okay.
It's a nope.
It's a nope. So you all kind of walk back into the kitchen. See the staircase that leads down. Downstairs is like just a small room with like a dirt floor. And there's like a podium and a little table with like water and stuff on it and some benches. And a meeting gets going between you and some of the other sex workers in the red light district. And there are this is the sort of thing that like everyone comes together to sort of update everyone on what's going on around the neighborhood, in the industry. One woman gets up, she works at one of the other brothels, and she says that, she had a client shortchange her tonight with some illusory coins, and she actually places her hand on a stone on the podium, and you see like an image flicker into being of this person, so everyone knows like what they look like, to watch out for them, that kind of thing. And you do also hear a couple other people say that, they had clients that got robbed on their way into the red light district.
Well, funnily enough, Rose and I were attacked on our way to work tonight, on our way into the district.
Recognize Sym Patico. And did you say Rose?
I will point to my lovely companion.
I
I hear you just joined up at Madame Red's. Welcome. And like everyone sort of polite little claps.
News travels really fast.
Well, and Kuna did like yell across the bar, "Hey, welcome! Drinks are on the house." So
yeah.
There.
But yeah, we were attacked. Was it 3 or 4?
There's 3
3.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 guys, 2 dogs. Thought they were going to rob us. Didn't go well for them.
Well, good.
Much thanks to JJ and Sasha.
Yeah. Everyone sort of claps again. One of a couple of coworkers at Bodies like slap the 2 of you on the shoulders and that sort of thing.
Oh, they're not dead, y'all. Please be careful. They might still be out there.
Sym, can you do the projection thing so that you can show them what the guys looked like?
Yeah,
Or
I
is
can
that
do that.
Cool.
Wander up to the podium and slap the hand down on the stone. Focus on the image of the one who seemed to be. We'll start with the one who got intimidated.
Mm-hmm. The one who made the initial contact?
He is.
Mm-hmm. So that image sort of flickers into life, and Gry, a half-orc woman who also works at Bodies, she sort of stands up and says, "I recognize him. I've seen him before. Don't know his name, but he's made trouble."
He may be seriously reconsidering some life choices tonight.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. He's an asshole.
So we'll try to now focus on the one that came from the side building.
Nobody recognizes him.
And then the one I didn't get a real good look at this one, but the one that came up from behind.
Someone else says, like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that guy around. He's around one of the western districts. I used to live over there. And I saw him like skulking around the neighborhood over there. I used to live around like Snell and like that area. And he'd skulk around the neighborhood. He just looked like a troublemaker. Like he didn't get into anything serious as far as I know. He just looked like someone who didn't really have much going on for him."
Well, the one thing we can say is that it wasn't just them, but they also tried attacking us with some dogs.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, who has the note? Who has the note from the robbers?
Oh, good question.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, give me just like straight up intelligence.
Okay.
Ooh, 20.
Yeah, I also rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
No, I didn't roll a nat 20. Mine's the +1.
A nat
adjusted.
20 and a 20. Okay, so
I have a 0 intelligence, so I'm thinking.
when this person says, they used to live over around Snell and they saw this guy in the neighborhood, Snell is one of the 2 streets on the note. The note said capital letter A, : Snell Road and Margaret Avenue.
So JJ and I just kind of turn and look at each other like,
JJ's gonna see. You said Snell and Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the fella that said this?
This was you've met him a couple of times. His name is Fallon. He works over at the Farm, which is like another strip club in the red light district.
Okay. I say, hey, you're familiar with that area. Do you know where Margaret Street is?
Says, yeah. That's right, like that's right in the middle of the district. Yeah, that's one of the main sort of roads.
Is that might be like Snell and Margaret around that area where you would have seen this guy a lot?
Snell and Margaret, yeah, I mean, around there, every once in a while, but I'd usually see him, like, in more residential areas, like apartments and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, totally. Snell and Margaret is, like, right in the middle of the main thoroughfare, so I'm sure, if he lives around there, he has been there plenty of times.
So, Fallon, if you remember, what's around there? What that corner? I mean,
Snell
what-
and Margaret. That's that's where Snell like kind of comes in at an angle and Margaret branches off of it. Okay, right. That's a Y intersection. There's a cobbler there. It used to be like an elven food place, but it closed down. And then there's another restaurant there, a place called Ale and Well Met. It's actually really good, like northern food.
do you know anything about it other than good food? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, good food, big place. Get the mutton.
Ooh, mutton.
Mm-hmm.
Try my waitress, tip the veal.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Cool, dude, thank you.
pretty much everyone laughs at that. It's industry humor at this point.
I will kind of quietly lean over to Rose, saying, "I think we need to go on a date."
Okay.
So,
This is really exciting, and maybe we can investigate some too while we're at it.
so the meeting,
saucy minx.
The meeting continues on for a little while. There's some more like, there's an interpersonal issue between like two workers that's kind of worked out, and eventually everyone kind of like disperses and goes upstairs and goes back to drinking. And whatever you guys want to do is cool. As the night progresses, otherwise we can, move on.
How much money does JJ make that night?
Sym will be sure to tip extra well, particularly considering JJ has told him that, they lost out on some cash earlier.
Mm-hmm. So you make decent tips, and like, and Kuna pays well,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, a restaurant owner can't pay you like a great amount of money, but. And by the way, this is it's a bar, but it's also like a full cafe with a kitchen and that sort of thing. So.
I love this place.
Yeah.
I want to actually go here. I do turn to my friends sitting at the bar here here, and I go, "Oh, do you guys want to actually like figure out what this is about? Because I mean, I'm always down to try a new bar."
Oh, absolutely. And I had told Rose that I thought maybe it's time we went on a date. Just might happen to happen at that bar that they were talking about.
You think you could crush some human food, bro?
Oh yeah, bro, I could crush some human food. You could crush some human food?
Hell yeah, bro.
Great, we can double.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Like JJ kind of turns to Rose and goes, "Hell yeah, bro!" Pours another shot and puts it down.
Hello?
Oh, of course.
I was just gonna call myself Sasha. No.
No. There are differences.
Sym
Unless you don't want there to be, I feel like you would just like casually double Sasha. It's like, boop.
Awesome.
wonder how long it would take JJ to notice.
Oh my god.
Awesome. So you guys.
I think we just planned our April Fool's episode.
So you guys make plans to meet up, at some point tomorrow. Of course, JJ is working through the night, so probably meet up tomorrow afternoon.
We miraculously all have a day off at the same time.
Well, it
Hell
is
yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
I thought ahead.
Didn't you know it twice on Sunday?
No, if you're lucky. That's why it's a double date. So yeah,
Why limit the options?
Yeah.
So yeah, the next afternoon, I guess you guys meet up probably in the red light district, or
Yeah, I'd say probably best if we travel in a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Safety sake.
so you meet up like outside of Madame Red's. Sym, you've been in the city the longest, especially sort of on this side of the city. So give me God, I really wish. You know what? Roll me a streetwise check. I'm adding this to the system because, God damn it,
I
I
told
know.
you to just start
Okay,
using
look.
it.
So here's the thing: nature is insight and perception for like getting around in a forest. Streetwise is
Mhm.
insight and perception for getting around in a city. So go ahead and roll me a wisdom check, and I'm going to say that you are proficient in streetwise.
All right. So does that mean I'm doing it with advantage?
No, it just means you get to add your proficiency bonus along with your, I guess it would be wisdom modifier?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to find my proficiency. I believe it's +2.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Woohoo! 21.
21. Okay. So you know exactly where we're going. You guys don't get lost on the way or anything like that. It's about 15 minutes sort of southwest of the red light district. So again, big circular city bisected by a river. Red light district is like just a block or two south on the western side of the lower harbor, like right next to the harbor. And if you keep going west and a little bit further south, you hit sort of this neighborhood, which is like kind of a lower rent, like residential neighborhood, with like some shops and some, restaurants and liquor stores and all that sort of thing, like whatever you would expect to find in a neighborhood. And you know that a lot of people around here are like working class. There's a lot of there's a lot of folks that probably work over at Cogs United because their factory and their offices are also like west of the red light district, but a little further north. So yeah, you get to this neighborhood. You see like a bunch of red brick buildings. Most things seem to be in pretty decent repair. There's some that are like boarded up or things like that. There's a couple cracks in the street, but it's it's mostly it seems like a decent place. They seem to like take care of the trees along the edges of the street and that sort of thing. And yeah,
So
go ahead.
keeping an eye as we're traveling here, keeping an eye open to see if I can, if just in case we happen to spot any one of the three.
Any one of those three guys?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me perception.
Oh,
everyone can do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Talking.
11.
11, and anyone else?
I got a 12.
12,
I rolled a 7.
a 7, and a 15 from Georgeanna. You don't happen to see them.
She is the most perceptive of us all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. My passive perception because of a feat is actually pretty high, so I almost want to be like, can I like not actively look and just use that?
Sure. Yeah. What's your passive?
18.
18. Okay. Yeah. You don't notice them. Or not you don't know, that implies that they're there. You don't see them around. They don't seem to be there.
Okay.
You're reasonably confident that they're not.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. You arrive at the intersection of Snell and Margaret. It is as described, a Y intersection. There's a cobbler on, like a Y will have like the triangle and then the two like wider triangles as the arms, like the lower corners. On one of the lower corners is a cobbler.
Oh, please tell me they have a Flatiron building.
What do you mean a Flatiron building?
Those pointed type buildings in a Y intersection type like that.
One of those.
Those are called Flatiron buildings.
Nice. They actually do, but that's the one that is boarded up right now. And then on the other corner is this big place that, like, it's brick, but you know, some of the bricks have been like painted black, and it's kind of a cool, like, you know, nouveau looking place. And there's a steel sign, well, not steel, but there's a metal sign above it, on which is like impressed and painted "Ale and Well Met."
This place looks a little bit more schmancy than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I feel like I might be a little underdressed.
They do like microbrews.
I think so. It looks like one of those places.
This looks like a microbrew type place.
Can we absolutely have in canon that Sasha's definitely wearing heels?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Because like here's how are we dressed for this? Like, what are we?
Yeah. This is actually a perfect opportunity to describe your characters, because we haven't done that in a little while. So, and every episode is somebody's first.
I brought up I didn't actually have anything in mind other than just heels. I mean, honestly, he's probably not too out of the question. Like, he's wearing heels because he just likes to feel taller than he already is. Probably just like a cute pair of shorts and like a pretty tight like tank top. Like, he's just kind of he's like in half drag, you know.
Cool.
Because, you know, when you're nearly 7 feet tall,
Right.
you definitely need taller.
Nearly 7 feet tall and blue and scaly and dragony.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Put the dragon, man.
Put the dragon.
Dragon.
What about Georgeanna? What does she look like?
Trying to think what she would be wearing. Probably sounds like it's really hot based on what Sasha is wearing.
Yeah,
So
it is.
probably
It
a
is late
skirt,
summer.
but like above the knee. Oh, sundress. Let's go with a sundress.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly a solid color. Let's go with green because she thinks she looks good in green, and she's hoping that this actually is a date. So, yeah. So green, and she's got some flowers, like little accent flowers. So it's not like a whole print. It's just flowers in places.
I want this dress.
Yeah, me too.
I also want it. So if someone finds a dress that sounds like we just described, please send us a link.
All right, Bates.
So at second glance, Sym is now wearing a nice pair of long pants, shoes with a modest heel to them, a kind of a white billowy poet shirt type thing with a nice vest over it that's buttoned in the front. But you really could swear that's not what he was wearing a minute ago.
And JJ.
I think JJ's got on some like light, flowy linen pants. That's like an olive green color, and like a little halter top number. It exposes all of his midriff and gives enough space in the back of his shoulders where his arms pop out.
If he decides to pop out his arms at some point.
Oh, sure.
Unless he's walking around with them, just like.
Nah, they gotta keep those puppies.
Yeah.
He's realized he's gotten too many weirds about it now.
Sun's out, guns out, dude.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. You guys walk up to Ale and Well Met. There's a menu on the door. It's a very simple menu. There's like 3 or 4 meats, 3 or 4 vegetable dishes, 3 or 4 appetizers, and there's like a beer list. There's like 4 or 5 different, or there's like 5 or 6 different brews. And as you open the door, you see just a huge dining hall in front of you. The inside of Ale and Well Met, right along the wall on your right are a bunch of barrels that have like the name of the brews on them. But then in front of you, throughout this big spacious room, are these big like communal dining tables, like just in rows. There's 3 rows of them, and they're the sort of like, they're not individual restaurant tables. They're just like a long row of tables that everyone can sit at, that sort of thing. And the place is pretty well packed at the moment. There's definitely room. You guys can find a spot where 4 people can sit down and have a meal together. But there's a good number of people around here, and I would like perception checks from everyone, please.
Alrighty. Okay.
20.
Nice.
Not nat 20, but 20.
I don't know what to make of these new dice, Sarah.
Oh no.
It's another 20.
A nat 20 or?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Why do I get like shit rolls where it matters?
This might matter.
I mean, this might matter a lot. I don't know yet.
So I'm gonna describe a few things, and then there's gonna be something else from the nat 20 that I will tell you later on when it happens.
JJ can't read people, but damn, can he read a room?
So you look around. You look around the room. People are in here. They're having a good time. Everyone seems to be like laughing and just generally having a good time. You notice a few things. With your eyes, you notice that some of the people, about half of the people, are dressed a little differently than you're used to. Like
you
these
notice
are
it with your special eyes.
What do your elf eyes see? They're wearing, like the cuts of the fabrics are still kind of like the same as you're used to. Like some are wearing pants, some are wearing dresses, jerkins, all that sort of thing. But there's more like color used in different ways than you're used to seeing. Maybe there's patterns that you're not used to seeing, that sort of thing. So the clothes look a little different. With your ears, you notice that not everybody is speaking Common or Dwarvish. You don't understand Dwarvish, I don't think, but you kind of know what it sounds like. You don't really hear any Elvish or anything like that, but you do hear a fair number of people speaking a language you don't recognize in here. And every once in a while, you see people greet each other with like one of those things where like the hands clasp at each other's wrists, but there's like a couple of hand motions that they do before and after that seems like it seems like a well-practiced thing that you've just never seen before.
Secret handshake, yeah, we do a bunch of those.
Yeah. And anyone who got 15 or lower on the perception also notices most of those things, and I'm going to resolve the nat 20 in a little bit. So I'm gonna cut there. Players, we're gonna take just 5. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come and bang out another one. And listeners, thank you so much for listening, and we'll bang out another one with you next week.
Giggity.
Yay! See you next week.
If you liked what you heard, be sure to check the show notes for links to all of our social media platforms and our Discord server. We love feedback, so don't hesitate to get in touch. Until next time, fare thee well, adventurers.